Well, it's now time for this week's AFBF Market Intel Report. And like many other commodities discussed in this series, when it comes to the trade of fresh and frozen fruits, NAFTA countries are each other's primary trading partners. Joining us now from the American Farm Bureau Federation, Washington, D.C. office is economist Veronica Nye. Veronica, thank you for joining us once again. Let's start maybe with an overview of the top imports in regards to the NAFTA partnership.
Certainly. Thanks for having us on the program. It's nice to be live today. So our top 5 exports to our NAFTA partners include fresh apples, which I hear you have a follow-on report, fresh strawberries, fresh grapes, shelled almonds, and blueberries. And on the import side, we're certainly importing a lot of avocados and raspberries, which are 2 really interesting crops.
And how have U.S. imports of fresh and frozen and preserved fruits, also and nuts, how has that grown with our NAFTA partners?
You know, I think it's kind of an interesting tale because normally when you say exports have grown by 220%, we'd all be very excited. And that's what's happened under NAFTA. But the other side of that coin is that our imports from Mexico and Canada have also increased by more than 1,100%.
And with that in mind, it sounds like all 3 trading partners are certainly keeping a close eye on this specific market.
Certainly. And, you know, I think I mentioned avocados and raspberries, and avocados are a really interesting tale that get economists excited. So the United States, we only ate about 1 pound of avocado per person when NAFTA began. Today, we're eating 7 pounds per capita of avocados, which are almost exclusively coming from Mexico. And that's certainly a crop we could grow in the United States. There's some avocados grown in California. But over the time period, our exports of almonds, the world decided that almonds from the United States were as delicious as we know they are. And so those farmers decided to invest in almonds rather than avocados. So NAFTA has certainly allowed us to get more value for those valuable acres in California by planting almonds and exporting those while importing the avocados. So it's certainly one of those tales of the integration of our markets, and that's why farmers, ranchers, and policymakers are all so interested in how this modernized NAFTA comes out.
Now, Veronica, you guys are doing a lot of research on of course, the trade agreement. How can viewers keep up with these market intel reports that AFBF is issuing?
Thank you. Yes, we've certainly had a robust NAFTA series, as well as lots of other stories about dairy and cattle and the corn markets. So, folks, please join us at fb.org/marketintel, and you can read all of our stories. We have more than 50 at this point from the last several months.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us once again. AFBF economist Veronica Nye joining us from our nation's capital.